Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is East Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a collective, whoops, hit the camera, collective and timeless reading for, to see what their guides would like to tell us and what's best for us to know right now. Lately, I've just been asking and not directing the questions so much, just wanting to see what the divine wants to bring in for us, because sometimes we get an answer that is more suited, right? Okay, so let's see what's been going on. What do we need to know right now? What was it? The Emperor. Okay, so either you've got an Emperor coming in, or this is about channeling that energy for yourself. Number 4 here. 4 makes me think of angels, so could be a powerful angel that's aiding you, maybe empowering you to get some of that forward momentum energy going, because this card is all about Aries, right? You got 2 rams here, and then there's also a sheep down here. Yeah, I think that's a little lamb there. But there's a lot of fire energy, a lot of impetus, of cardinal, action energy, basically. So yeah, something big coming in. Ooh, yeah, something's definitely coming in. Look at that, 8 of Wands, swiftness. And with this rainbow here, it feels like something really good, really powerful energy. And this red, it really resonates with that, doesn't it? This is energy from this Emperor, or this energy that's within you that you're bringing out is really going to get a lot of energy coming out of you. You're either trying to bring this out, but I honestly get the impression this is coming towards you. Yeah, because this is a lot of times 8 of Wands is about something coming in. So it could be energy coming towards you, but I also really get the impression of a person or a guide, even a spirit guide, maybe. It's really trying to help. Oh, and by the way, I brought in fluorite today. Nice fluorite crystal. Really like this one. It's just so beautiful. You get all the purples and greens perfectly balanced in there. And then also blue lace agate, a raw piece of blue lace agate. You can kind of see the different layers of it there. Yeah, really nice piece. It's got a nice fun texture. I like feeling it. Yeah, I like textures. All right, let's get some more cards because we're not done yet. I just kind of wanted to bring the crystals out. Oh gosh, Hermit's been in almost every reading lately. Yeah, this is crazy. It feels like the Hermit energy is over, though, is what I'm getting. That's what this is about. You're changing. It's almost like the same person, right? 2 different modes of being. Emperor and the Hermit. 2 different energies. But like, there's like a day face and a night face, right? But it seems to me that you're integrating these things in between here. Become the diamond. And this is the key to your happiness. Everything is coming into balance now. Because even though this is dark, look how bright it is, There's a brightness here, and the diamond is in both of these, actually. Oh, wow, and yeah, there's these little stars here, too, aren't there? It's just, they're smaller, but you can see them there, huh? There's a real sense of energy balance into this reading. Like, you're really integrating stuff right now. Okay, I'm getting more cards, I guess. Oop. They said 2, and I literally caught 2, so there we go. There they are. Prince of Swords. Interesting. That's the Knight of Swords, for those that don't know. In the original tarot, that would be equivalent to the Knight of Swords. Oh my god, and there's the diamond again. Holy moly. What's going on here? You are a diamond. A diamond is formed under pressure, and it's multifaceted. It's beautiful. It's something precious, rare, and powerful. That's you. You're powerful. You become powerful. You're really harnessing your energy. And there's a lot of male energy here somehow. Prince, the Emperor, the Hermit. Even though it's with Virgo, you know. I just get the sense of masculinity from this. Whoa, worry. 5 of discs. Interesting. So yeah, there's some, you do have concerns, I think, that are holding you back a bit because you don't know how this is all going to play out. And maybe that's been blocking you a bit. Or maybe just the intensity of this coming in is going to make you have a little bit of anxiety, I'm hearing. Like, you're going to get a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah. A bit overwhelmed because this is going to be a big change, but this is your destiny, and you don't need to worry about how things are going to work out, because they are. I actually get a strong feeling like this is a guide. Look at the way this isn't the swords, oh no, it is the Prince of Swords. Oh my gosh, why did I think this was the Prince of Discs? I think I said the Prince of Discs. That's so weird. And then we got discs that came out. That's interesting. Prince of Swords. Yeah, so, well, that makes even more sense because, you know, the Prince of Swords or the Knight of Swords is really swift energy. It can almost be a little chaotic. So that can be a bit stressful. And we got that with worry here. So you might be a little bit anxious because of all this change. Yeah, swiftness. This is going to be really swift change. It's going to be really intense. And it's, you know, sometimes we can turn down a good thing because we feel like we're not ready, but we are. It wouldn't appear to us unless we were ready for it. So, you know, if there's, you know, for someone, you know, feminine maybe, if you got an Emperor coming in, a new partner, don't be afraid, because it's not what you've done for a long time, or this isn't something feel you're not ready for. You are. But also, I think this can talk about you having that Emperor energy. You're going to have to move fast and call on your power because your opportunity is coming in now. And that might be a little bit intimidating, but, you know, I think you can do it. And the thing I was going to say is that this really feels like a guide here that's coming in to help you. Maybe a new guide or a new friend. So you're getting guidance coming in with this Prince of Swords. They're going to help you. And maybe even they're going to help ease your worry, because they're going to give you some advice or give you some information that's going to make things a lot clearer. Yeah, so that could be really helpful right now. Okay. Being called to Seed and Sickle deck. Oh, sorry. The lid on that box is magnetic, so it clicks shut really loudly and does it without without warning. So weird. I've got a few cards face down. They're just the cards I did before. Reminders, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, let's see what we got coming in now. What's coming in for us? Yeah, what's coming in? And how can we best handle that? Oh, citrus. Ooh. Oh my God, the red string. The red string it's like a thread that's been keeping consistent throughout. Interesting. I think really strongly of sacral, but also solar plexus with this. Just right off the bat. So I feel strongly that this is like joy, even like, you know, I'm thinking of your lower chakras. So, and with this Emperor energy, which it really goes with, right? We've got these very yellow, well, I thought they were discs before, and that's why I thought Prince of Discs, I think. And then these yellow diamonds and the yellow in there. There's yellow everywhere in this reading. So yellow's an important color for you right now. So pay attention to yellow and maybe wear some yellow actually. I think you've got to work on or actually, no, you don't have to work on it. You are activating your solar plexus chakra. And I think the joy and the abundance that's coming in, because this is good. This is going to be a good thing. Like I think you are going to say yes to this, and this is going to unlock a whole lot of confidence for you because it's going to be the best thing you ever chose to do. Really, I do. Whether that's a partner or like letting someone in that's important to you, or just a new opportunity that maybe an emperor is going to bring to you. This is going to be really activating. Ooh. I don't know if you heard it on camera, but I don't even know what to call it. It was like a shriek, but like a tire shriek or something. But yeah, it was a really strange noise. My goodness. I don't know if you heard it on camera. But yeah, citrus. Let me get another card here. I want to see what else is going on here. Oh, 2 cards, okay. Strawberry. You got citrus and strawberry. Lots of fruit. Okay, your dreams are bearing fruit here. Interesting. This is the fruit of your suffering. Yeah, because you went through a hermit time for a long time. And you did a lot of personal work, and now you're getting something. Something is bearing fruit from that. Holly. Interesting. You got this bird singing. Is that you? Are you finding your voice? Because look, this white thread or ribbon, I guess, is coming out of the mouth almost, and visually. You're speaking a pure truth here. Something pure and real. Yeah, wow. I want to look at holly. Maybe even glance at citrus too. Yeah. Strawberry's about waiting too if it doesn't seem like things are moving forward. So, if it seems that way, just hold out a little bit longer because like this might not happen tomorrow, but this is coming in. And in terms of the universe, it's coming in fast. Sometimes that doesn't mean very fast to us, but to the universe, it's really, really fast. Yeah. And then it also is about changing your tactics as well. So again, that could be about, if you've been closed off for a lot of your life or just recently, change that a bit. Maybe open up to something new. Yeah. Yeah. And citrus, it talks about, sometimes we're waiting for someone to help us, but sometimes the best strategy is to help ourselves and work on our skills. So yeah, and strengthening yourself. So, I think the fruit is about giving yourself a little time to strengthen yourself if you don't feel confident yet, and work on yourself a bit. Work on your strategy of what you've been working on. If you're trying to bring in a partner or you're trying to bring in an opportunity, be a little flexible with how you're doing that, because that could help right now. And the holly's about a fork in the road. There's a decision before you. Yeah, think about your choice carefully here. It's kind of like you're at a fork in the road, right? Is what this card talks about. So, and even, and just in the card description, it talks about, there's the branches are like a fork, like lightning, and I thought about lightning striking. So an opportunity might strike, and you've got to choose what you want to do with that. And it also talks about running out of time to choose, so, don't wait too long. But what is meant for you is meant for you. So, if you're hesitating, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe you've got to reassess what you want, because maybe it's not quite ready for your action, right? Maybe that's what this is telling you. You gotta think over things a little longer. Ask yourself what you really want, right? Before, the path is chosen, or you can't make choices anymore. Tea. It's okay to, have a cup of tea and think about things. Don't constantly be doing and rushing. Take a minute to assess. Assess what you want, right? And that's not just about thinking about it, right? It's also about feeling it. Feel it out, what you want. Something doesn't feel right. Something's got to change. So you just change your strategy, right? Oops. Sometimes I get excited. Knock the cards out of the way. Yeah. So, can we get 2 cards to represent the 2 choices? If there's 2, we got 1 here. The cave. Interesting. You got those eyes there. The cave. Put that by the hermit. It seems like it fits. And what's the other path? Oh, the judge. Okay. What I'm getting with this is that thinking, because if we're presented with the option of a dark cave that we could go into, and the dark cave could represent something we've never done before and something we're maybe afraid of. We're scared of what's in the cave because I'm drawn to the eyes here, right? Hard to see, but there's 2 eyes there looking in the cave. It's a little scary. And you got 2 hands together here. So this is about, it's not meant to be a relationship reading necessarily, but if this is about, someone new coming in and you're a little afraid, taking that opportunity to be with that person might feel like walking into a dark, scary cave where you can't see everything and you're not sure. There's no guarantees, right? And then you've got the other choice, which is, you judge it as, you judge the hand that's offering and say no, right? You hold up your hand and go no, because you see death. You see something you don't want. This card's very black and white, literally, but also like there's a glowing opportunity here, and then there's something dark and very dull, honestly. So to me, this represents, doing what you've always done and stagnation in that, saying no to a new opportunity, and then there's a better opportunity. Well, I mean, it's up to you, but like there's something else, right? And the hands are in both, right? But the hands are separate in this one, and the hands are together in this one. So you got to really, use your discernment. Don't just let anybody in, but, if something feels right, so if the signals and synchronicities are happening in a way that you're like, I'm getting a really strong feeling here about this person. or this opportunity even, maybe you should call in your courage, right? Your solar plexus. Power yourself up. I immediately thought of Goku or Vegeta. You know, but honestly though, and they always have a gold energy around them, right? You got to build up your confidence. You got to really call in your courage, you know, because it's never going to not be scary. There's never going to be a situation where it's like, oh, I feel very calm and sure about this, so it's going to be all okay. Like, no, it's going to be scary because it's new, right? As human creatures, we always are afraid of the unfamiliar. We're always going to be scared of the dark cave. But maybe there's a diamond in there, right? Maybe there's something good waiting for us in the cave and we gotta go find it. Yeah, this glowing rock here could be the diamond, right? Yeah. This is interesting energy here. Not sure how I feel about it, but you know, because I won't say that I'm constantly courageous. I've always been a very hesitant person, very nervous person. So, you know, I get it. I get when it's scary and you just want to do what's safe and familiar. But sometimes life isn't going to stand for that. And I mean, we can stay hesitating, but you know, life stagnates if we do that. And then, you know, it's like we die inside a little bit because we don't do what's good for us, and we can't be our true authentic selves, and that's not good. You know, you've done a lot of work to get here, so don't miss the opportunity. Don't miss the boat. Yeah. Oh my God, the plane. Yeah. Sorry to react, but yeah. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. Yeah, so this is something about, you know, you're nervous to begin a new relationship. Maybe get some aid with that. Maybe try to reach out, maybe with counseling, or even there's a lot of resources online too for if we're nervous. If we've been through things and trauma that we make it hard to start something new, make it hard to move. Sometimes we get frozen. So, you know, hone your communication skills, or even friendship, you know, partnerships with new people can come in many ways. And sometimes we turn away from those things because we're not very good at it. But, you know, call on your inner Gemini and maybe talk a little more, become more communicative. You know, the only way we can get better at talking is by practicing. So practice a little more, talk to people a little more, keep trying. And don't get down on yourself if you have an awkward interaction, or, you know, something doesn't go as planned, or, you know, you get to know someone, it doesn't turn out into anything. Like, that's okay. That's all learning. That's all practice and navigating the world. It's not always going to be everything's works out exactly how you plan. Sometimes you gotta go with the flow of the path that's a little bumpy, right? And the plane really got to me because I just feel like, I don't know, I've been seeing planes a lot, and I just feel like there's something about flight here and taking off. And maybe if this is an opportunity this is representing, maybe you should take that plane ride. Maybe you should get on that plane and take that opportunity. Yeah, don't be afraid. These two are really resonating together. There's a lot of like light in this reading. Yeah, despite there being a cave, right? Bringing light into the cave. One more card, I think. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. Yeah, so what can we do to help with that? And what are we going to need those communication skills for? exactly. Moon in Sagittarius, discovery, freedom and adventure. Okay, so yeah, hone your sense of adventure, like, and view it as an adventure, right? Like, everything doesn't go as planned on an adventure, right? Think of, I don't know, Luffy. Luffy's coming to mind from One Piece. So, I mean, do you like that show? It must be. I actually have never watched One Piece, sadly, because I have watched the first season before when it was on TV, but just because I watched it, what was on TV, but I never got into the whole series because it just seems so long. I do want to one day, though. One day I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, again, there's this other technological device. Before we had a plane, now we have a rocket shooting off. Freedom and adventure. This opportunity, maybe through a relationship, maybe through a person, maybe just through other people that you're letting in, this is going to make you take off. And you got to view it as like a journey of discovery, right? You got to look at people as a discovery, right? Don't judge people. Don't judge people based on experiences you've had before. Don't look at someone and say they're not safe when you don't know. Maybe they are a safe person. Maybe they're a really good person and a good person for you. You don't know that, right? It could be good. And you don't have to jump on every opportunity. That's not what that means. It just means, don't jump to judgment so quick. But also, like, don't sometimes we think it's very easy to think what an experience is going to be when we hear it first, right? We think, oh, if I do this, this will happen. But we actually don't know. We don't know how something's going to turn out until we actually do it. And so, sometimes we got to take a leap of faith. Sometimes we got to hop on a plane or hop on a rocket, although not many of us have had that experience. And just try. Just see. View it as an adventure, a discovery journey, where you're discovering yourself as well, right? Yeah. Maybe you can get some more clarity about that with butterflies. Let's get a little more specific. Getting really down to the wire here, thinking, what is it? But, it doesn't always have to be clear. Gracefully aging. Interesting. I'm thinking about this with Holly, like maybe you've thought that because of your age you can't do something, but this is saying you actually can. You're actually pretty youthful, and like, I can't really see it there because of the light. There we go, a little, I don't know. Try to squeeze her in. Yeah, we'll just get a little bit in there. Okay, good enough. So, yeah, gracefully aging, I think, just means, if you've thought that you can't do something because of your age, that's poppycock. That's not true, because you actually really can. You're actually at the perfect age to do this, is what I'm hearing. My throat's getting a little scratchy. Interesting. Maybe you think you're just, I see this flower and you're opening up like a flower. And I think for a long time you didn't feel that way. You didn't feel like you were beautiful or magical or could do adventurous things. But you're kind of being given a second chance here. Ooh, that's interesting. Got a funny feeling from that card. Let's just do a little shuffle here. I'm gonna get some Archangel guidance, because I think you can actually take back your power. Yeah, and this is taking back power from your own mind, your own restricting beliefs. Yeah, power, solar plexus, again, back to power and like your ability to do things. And look, we got that rainbow again. There's a rainbow there. A little fade there. Rainbow, that matches with that rainbow, doesn't it? This is an opportunity for you to become powerful. Well, you are powerful. It's just You need to see that. You need to see that you are powerful, that you can do things that you want to do, that you dream about, but that you say, maybe I can't anymore, maybe it's too late. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Manifest. There's definitely an opportunity coming in here, and you can bring it in as long as you don't block it with negative beliefs about yourself. That's what you have to do. You have to take charge of your mind. You have to not let it tell you what can and cannot be, right? That's so much air coming up in my throat. So strange. So strange. This reading is becoming busy, but I still got more cards to go. More cards I want to use. Yeah, let's get some, sometimes I like the Luna Lapin at the end, but you know what, it wants to come out now, so let's bring her out now. Yeah, I love this deck. So, what's going to happen that's going to allow us to take back our power? King of Wands. Oh my god, this matches so well with the Emperor here. Yeah, you got a King of Wands coming in. But that could even be you as well with your power, your creative power. This is a chance to show who you are creatively. That's what's coming in for you. Six of Pentacles. And you will have the help to do that. This person could even be the King of Wands that's coming in to help you, to bring you power. Well, not that they're your source of power, but that they're going to show you that you have that power. Maybe just give you the right opportunities for you to show that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going to happen here. Maybe they'll even give you a financial opportunity. Like maybe they're a business partner, you know? Or even just, this is something in the universe. I really sense like the universe is giving you a bone here. I don't know why that's the phrase I'm thinking of, like give a dog a bone, but it really is like you're going to be given some financial assistance with this to make this happen. And you got to take that chance and not try to hold on to the money instead. So I think sometimes we get something good and we're used to not having anything, and then we can hold it really, really tightly because we think, oh, it might not happen again, but that drives wealth away. Oh, it's good tea. Now, can we get some, like a reminder or something we can, a crystal to help empower us to make these right choices, take this opportunity? Something that will give us the right... Oh my god. Sorry, but there's just been so many diamonds in here. Like, diamond, diamond, diamond. And then, like, light. Like, that's almost like the light of a diamond, right? You are the diamond. This could even be a marriage offer. Oh my gosh, like... For someone, this is marriage, but, like... And I think you're a little scared of that because it's a big commitment, but girl, or guy, whoever, I think you should take the diamond. But also, I think you really have that power of the diamond. You've become the diamond, and maybe you don't see that. Maybe you don't see that you're the diamond because you are acting without self-confidence here, like you can't do things, but actually you have more power than most people to do it. You just don't see it. Yeah, gosh. You gotta empower yourself to be that powerful diamond, you know? Because you can, you are, you will be. You're doing that. Yeah, I want one more card here. Oh. Hematite. Isn't that a stone for, I think I have some magnetic hematite balls. And it's kind of for actually like arthritic pain. Like it's a good magnetizer for your bones. But I know that people wear, what do people wear? Hematite rings. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh my gosh. And then we were talking about a ring. Ah! Someone's getting a ring here. But gosh, that's crazy. Because like I used to have a hematite ring. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they're good for keeping grounded. And I can't remember what happened to mine. I think it might have broke actually. So I think, you know, at a certain point maybe things break because we're done with them. I don't know. That's how I took it. Yeah. Yeah, becoming grounded, getting back to earth, practicality, centeredness, balance, and calm. So, I think the key to this is keeping yourself grounded. Don't let this tilt you on your axis and balance you, right? Keep yourself steady so that you can make the right decision for you, right? Because ultimately it's up to you what you want. No one can tell you what the right answer is. And if this isn't what you want, that's okay too, right? You'll only find what you really want by saying yes and no to things, right? That's just how it is. We got to say no to certain things and say yes to others. So really think about what you want to do. And I've mentioned this before, but like, it's really good practice, I think, to just imagine a scenario all the way through. And don't imagine it like in a negative, like all these bad things will happen. And imagine it in a way that it goes all well. Because like a good thing to remember is like when we think things will go wrong, counter that by thinking how things could go right. You know, if you find yourself in a negative state, thinking, oh, but this will happen and I won't like that. Maybe it won't even happen at all and you're worrying about nothing, right? Oh, what was that? That's so weird. You know what that sounded like? Oh, it's a little, there it is. It's a screw in my chair. That's so funny. Maybe there's someone who's a worker. Maybe someone who works with screws. Is this the person that's making you an offer? But you know what? It fell. It made me think of like a jewelry piece falling on the floor, right? Like a ring dropping. Like maybe someone's going to pretend to drop something and they're going to get you to pick it up and it's going to be a ring. And it's going to be like a proposal. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's so interesting. So funny. But also I get work with this, right? Like it might take work. You might have to work at it if it's a relationship, but and also I think of skills. Like if this is not about love for you, this is about an opportunity. And if you're lacking confidence for that opportunity, work on your skills. You know, keep yourself grounded by working daily on that. Don't lose sight of that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the message for there. That was really interesting. Very interesting. Oh boy. I want to end this, I think, with Astera and the Yule deck, my Seasons of the Witch decks. I really like them. I really like how they're very yin and yang. Those two decks there's a lot of decks in the Seasons of the Witch, but oh my gosh, that was so strange. Weird. I wonder what happened there. Disruption, huh? Something went haywire. Oh my gosh, now the table's moving. This is so funny. Usually this doesn't happen, but like, what does this mean? I feel like this was a message. Is this gonna rock your world? Are you gonna be thrown off center because of this? maybe you're gonna, oh dear, maybe this is gonna really throw you off. And the message here is just keep yourself steady. Yeah, that was so strange, huh? Thinking with the hematite, I'm really focusing on that. Keep grounded. I'm really wondering what these cards will say. Your tongue will illuminate the spaces within your thoughts that need evolving. Communication, right? Remember, Gemini? Talking. Talking will tell you the truth. So just talk to this person. Talk it through if you're feeling nervous. Be honest with them. And maybe that will give you the answers you're looking for in Peach Moonstone. I love these two cards. There is reason in the flow of what is and what needs to be. I hope these were the right cards. I just kind of went for them because they fell out kind of in a funny way. Just think for a sec. You've got those two colors, peach and pink. Very feminine colors. Sense that this is you. Ooh. And 28, 29. Actually, all these ones on the top are in the 20s. 20, 26, 28, 29. You in your 20s? Maybe you're still young and you're thinking, this is too much for me. But then we got gracefully aging, didn't we? Gracefully aging. Don't make decisions based on fear about aging, for sure. Because I think, you know, we can get married at any time in our lives. We can change our lives at any time, right? Any age. It doesn't have to be at this age I do this, at this age I do this. So don't let that stop you if that's a limiting belief with this. Yeah, there's reason in the flow of what is and what needs to be. Things happen at a certain time for a certain reason. And whether you're feeling too old or too young, certain things happen at a certain time, just like this like rabbit here delivering the egg. And there's a calendar here, right? A certain time for a certain thing. Just talk it through. I think talking will really help you. Communication is a big part of this reading. Yeah. And if this is about, you know, getting someone in your life that's going to help you, like an emperor energy that's coming in with aid, this could be about counseling in that sense. So that's also something to keep in mind for some people here. I'm going to end this with the Yule deck, which is kind of a intimidating deck. Sometimes the messages can be a little dark, but you know, that's part of winter, right? But let's see what it has to say. There's some nice cards in this deck. The whole deck is beautiful. Like, look at that green. Very heart healing, right? All right. Can we get one last message about what this collective needs to do for their highest and greatest good? Tranquility, yeah. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calmness, stillness lives. The world of worlds spellbound to the silence. Find your center. Find tranquility, and that's going to help you make the right decision. This house could be your new temple, your new place of living. I don't know why I'm getting that, but a new place, that it could just be your house. But I think, you know, that again, you're leaving the house, aren't you? And there was the plane here and the rocket. So if this is about leaving somewhere and taking off on a new opportunity, and leaving doesn't have to be physically, it could be like, you know, if you're jumping into a new way of being, a new relationship or a new opportunity, it could be like you're leaving your old self, right? You're leaving the past behind. So, again, grounding with hematite and tranquility. Remember when those cards spilled out? It was just like this chaotic energy. You've really got to find tranquility. You've really got to keep yourself steady in all of this, because letting yourself get frazzled and worked up will not help this situation at all. This will not help you make the right choice. And I think maybe you have a tendency to worry, a tendency to let yourself get worked up and overthink. But actually, if you just find your center, find the calmness and stillness within, and you'll have your answers. You don't need to think things, overthink into oblivion, you know? I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but like, yeah, don't think so hard that you're giving yourself headaches. Trying to think, oh, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? Don't think at all. Just do listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. That song's coming to me. Think of that song, you know? Maybe listen to that song even. Because it's really about going with a feeling, not your head. But often our heart leads us right, you know? Even when our head can tell us logically that something else is more logical. Our logical head can teach us more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to say here is our body and our heart tells us what's right, what's good for us. And ultimately, that's up to you. So as long as you follow with that, you don't let that head of yours get in the way, you'll get what you want. And it's not about what can happen. It's not about like, there's no certainties here. It's just about what path do you want to take? Because every path is going to seem, there's no path that's going to seem like a sure thing here, I think. It's just going to be, what do you want to do? Because leaving the opportunity could be just as scary as taking it, right? So when it comes down to that, there's going to be fear no matter what. So visualize what you want for your future and go with that. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, like that book. Just accept that the fear is going to be part of it, right? But not that the fear is going to stay there forever. The fear will go away once you make the choice, honestly. Once you make the choice, you'll feel relieved, to be honest, because you'll know. It's a funny noise. What is that? Yeah, I think that's the end of the reading. I think you're going to know what to do as long as you keep yourself in a state of mind that is not fear-based. Think about what would be your happiest scenario for you and make it happen. Or let it happen, right? Don't run away. Just do it. Do it. What do you got to lose? Honestly. And if there's something you do have to lose, well, you know, what do you got to gain by hanging on to it too, right? Think about it that way as well. Do you want more of the same, or do you want something new? Sometimes there's no sure things. We got to take a chance, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that's the end of the reading. So, because I'm not really getting much more from that, I think that's the end. So, you know, I'm sorry if this wasn't totally reassuring, but I think honestly you needed to hear it. So just trust yourself. Trust yourself that you will make the right decision, because a lot of it is about that self-trust, confidence in your choices. And if something isn't working, change your mind, change your tactic, and communicate your needs, right? And let others help you. You can do this. You can be someone new, and you can change your life, and you can be something new that you've never been before. All right, that's the end. I hope you guys found this reading helpful. If you want to hear more readings from me, you can subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified when a new reading comes out. Otherwise, I hope you take the chance, and best of luck to you. Okay, take care.